Today our topic is the Stoic approach to handling betrayal. Betrayal is one of the most painful experiences in life. It can come from friends, family, co-workers, or even people you trusted deeply. When someone betrays you, it feels like a knife in the back. You might feel anger, sadness, confusion, or even a desire for revenge. But the Stoic philosophers, like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, teach us a different way to handle betrayal. Their wisdom can help us not only survive betrayal, but also grow stronger from it. First, let's talk about what Stoicism is. Stoicism is an ancient philosophy that teaches us how to live a good life. It is not about ignoring emotions or pretending that pain doesn't hurt. Instead, Stoicism is about understanding what we can control and what we cannot control. The Stoics believe that the only thing we truly control is our own mind, our thoughts, and our reactions. Everything else, what other people do, what happens in the world, even our own body, is outside our control. When we focus only on what we can control, we find peace and strength. Now, let's apply this to betrayal. When someone betrays you, your first reaction might be to blame them. You might think, how could they do this to me? Or they ruined everything. But the Stoics would say that this way of thinking only hurts you more. Why? Because you cannot control what other people do. You cannot force someone to be loyal, honest, or kind. If you spend all your energy being angry at them, you are giving them power over your emotions. Instead, the Stoics teach us to focus on what we can control, our own response. Imagine this: someone you trusted betrays you. They lie, cheat, or break a promise. Your first instinct might be to lash out or seek revenge. But the Stoics would ask you to pause and think. Ask yourself, what is within my power right now? You cannot change what the other person did, but you can choose how you respond. You can choose to act with dignity, to stay calm, and to focus on your own values. This is not easy, but it is powerful. When you respond to betrayal with calmness and self-control, you take back your power. The Stoics also teach us to see betrayal as an opportunity for growth. This might sound strange, but let's think about it. When everything is going well, we don't learn much. It is during hard times like betrayal that we discover what we are made of. Betrayal forces us to ask important questions. Who am I? What do I value? How do I want to live my life? These questions can lead to self-discovery and personal growth. For example, let's say a friend betrays you. You might feel hurt and disappointed, but you can also learn from the experience. Maybe you realize that this friend was never truly trustworthy. Maybe you discover that you need to set better boundaries in your relationships. Or maybe you learn that you are stronger than you thought, because you can survive betrayal and still move forward. These are valuable lessons that can help you in the future. Another important Stoic idea is to practice forgiveness. Forgiveness does not mean that you excuse the other person's behavior or pretend it didn't happen. Forgiveness means that you choose to let go of anger and resentment. The Stoics believe that holding on to anger is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. It only hurts you. When you forgive, you free yourself from the weight of bitterness. You can move on with your life and focus on what truly matters. But how do you forgive someone who has betrayed you? The Stoics would say that you should try to understand the other person's perspective. This does not mean you agree with what they did, but it helps you see that their actions were likely driven by their own fears, weaknesses, or misunderstandings. When you realize that everyone is human and makes mistakes, it becomes easier to let go of anger. You can say to yourself, they acted out of ignorance or weakness, not because they wanted to hurt me. This doesn't make their actions right, but it helps you find peace. The Stoics also remind us to focus on the present moment. When you are betrayed, your mind might race with thoughts about the past or the future. You might think, why did this happen to me? Or what if they betray me again? But the Stoics teach us that the past is gone, and the future is uncertain. The only moment you have is now. Focus on what you can do today to take care of yourself and live according to your values. This might mean spending time with people who truly care about you, practicing self-care, or working on a project that brings you joy. By staying present, you can avoid being overwhelmed by negative emotions. One of the most powerful Stoic practices is to prepare for betrayal in advance. This might sound pessimistic, but it is actually very practical. The Stoics believe that we should expect challenges in life, including betrayal. When we mentally prepare for these challenges, we are not caught off guard when they happen. We can say to ourselves, people are human, and humans make mistakes. Betrayal is a possibility, but I am strong enough to handle it. This mindset does not make betrayal hurt less, but it helps you stay calm and focused when it happens. Finally, the Stoics teach us to focus on what truly matters in life. When you are betrayed, it might feel like the end of the world. But the Stoics remind us that betrayal is just one small part of life. There are so many other things to be grateful for: your health, your talents, your loved ones, and the beauty of the world around you. When you focus on these things, betrayal loses its power over you. You realize that your worth does not depend on what others do or say. You are enough, just as you are. In conclusion, betrayal is a painful experience, but it does not have to destroy you. The Stoic approach teaches us to focus on what we can control, to see betrayal as an opportunity for growth, to practice forgiveness, and to stay present in the moment. By following these principles, you can handle betrayal with strength and dignity. Remember, you cannot control what others do, but you can always choose how you respond. And when you respond with calmness, self-control, and a focus on your own values, you become unstoppable. Life will always have challenges, but with Stoic wisdom, you can face them with courage and grace.